I just got this comment. I've actually never got a comment like this before. Um, when I was explaining, I'm using my other YouTube channel to promote the Brooklyn song, my original song about growing up in Brooklyn in the 70s and the 80s. He goes, excuse me, he goes, that's a good idea. He goes, hey, father, go clean up yourself. What does that mean, go clean up myself? Is he talking about my image? I'm not really, I'm not going to mention his name. He knows who it is. But let me explain something to all of you, okay? Everything about me is multiple personalities. Everything. I don't know if you've learned this yet. I don't know if you still need more time to accept this. I am a type of a person that has a variety of personalities. Variety, okay? One minute I'm a loving father, I'm a loving husband, I'm a loving son to my mother, I'm very responsible. I pay the bills, I put food on the table, I support my family, I give my family a great life. Then there's the other side of me that's naked Richie. That's like John Belushi. I'm a party animal. You'll see me climb a tree, make monkey sounds. Wow! It's like kind of like a rock star, like Ozzy Osbourne, baby. I'm wild. I'm crazy. That's just who I am. Then there's another side of me who's like an Andrew Dice Clay. That's just how I am. Like I'm like a very raw comedian. Then there's another side of me that's almost like a food connoisseur. I love food. I want to go all around the country. Excuse me, I'm thinking about my YouTube channel. I want to go all around the country, like what's his name, Fiore. I want to be like him. I want to be eating at every restaurant nationwide. I want to be a critique. I want to give reviews. And then after that, I want to go on stage. I want to perform. In other words, I have a lot of sides to me. I have a lot of sides to me. I could be the most serious person in the world, and I could be the most insane person and funny person. And I don't want to change. I really, honestly, like that movie, Gone with the Wind, with, what's his name? What's that dude's name? That's not Humphrey Bogart, the other guy. Clark Gable. He goes, frankly, darling, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what anybody thinks about me. I'm not running a popularity contest, I'm not here. If you don't like me, you don't like me. Or if you do like me, it's great. Look, it's the same thing with my music. You want to laugh? When I was a young kid and I started playing the piano, believe it or not, I was very interested in jazz and blues. That was it. That's all I played. I didn't do anything else. And we used to go, me and my buddy Joey, and we had a great bass player. His name was Dave. We used to play all around Manhattan, all the little jazz clubs, little cafes. I remember one time I was in this Mediterranean restaurant. We were playing jazz, and nobody was paying me any mind. They were completely ignoring me. They wanted nothing to do with me. So my band, they went and they would, they took a break. Of course, my buddy Joe went to the bar. It was always on my tab. He would be drinking like, oh. I used to use if I made $150 that night, it would go to the bar tab. Mostly on my friend. I'd have a few drinks, but my friend was wild. But he's changed now. He listen to his credit. He is a father now, a very responsible father with two beautiful children. God bless. But this is in our younger days when we were wild and crazy. I'm still wild and crazy. I never really grow up. I'm always going to be young at heart. But long story short, I decided to sing. I decided to do Piano Man, and everybody started like coming around me in the restaurant and applauding. And then I realized at that moment, I said, what is the point of just doing one style of music, like just doing jazz, when I could do rock and roll, when I could do everything? Caribbean, reggae, funk, jazz, blues. So you'll notice even when I compose music and I write music, it's a variety of music. I'm a psycho. I'll do a freestyle song like a George Lamont. I'll do a club song. I'll even do a rap song. I'm nuts. I'll write a rap song. Look, I like to do everything. It could be country. It could be rock and roll. It could be blues, classic rock. It could be heavy metal. Like I seriously, I love as long as it's good music. I don't, I'm not prejudiced against good music. I don't, too many people forced me in my life. Like when I was playing jazz, all the jazz musicians would be like, you only have to play jazz. That's it. Nothing else. Every other music sucks. Then I play classical music, and that's how they feel. Like, it was a great movie with Ralph Macchio called Crossroads. And that's the point, was that he was in Juilliard, the classical, music school. And what they were telling him was that you cannot have two masters. It's cultural blues. You're not, meaning he wasn't from the South. He was like, he was this like very rich kid. All this stuff, and they were like, no, the blues is not for you. But he wanted to play the blues. That was his thing. Even though he was a classical guitarist and he was playing like Segovia and everything else, he wanted to play the blues. So I don't see anything wrong with being diversified. I don't see anything wrong with having variety. And I have variety in my life in terms of personality and music and everything. And that's just the way it is. So, some things never change. So for that person who made that comment, clean up my act, it's not going to happen.